venture fund. So that's how we operate, and that's how we are delivering educational products. And yeah, so Constructor Technology right now, 250 people. Most of them R&D team, and part of it specifically research and specifically in education. We have a AI machine learning hub in Singapore, and I'm based there as well. So what's the, I like this question, what's the problem we are solving? So what's the problem we are solving as a company? How to stay relevant? And recently I found the statistics from the report of UNESCO that only 7% of education technologies has tested their product. I mean, like more than 80% of edtech products, they just technology, not based on methodology, not tested with some pedagogical approach, etc., etc. And it's quite a huge number, and it's sad. And talking to teachers, talking to professors, the main questions that I'm getting, okay, you bring this technology, but why you think that it's safe? Why you think that it brings really like good things, that outcomes will be better? And we started several processes. So we right now have dedicated research team. We like have process of the desk research where we reading new research papers, participating in educational conference, not a tech, but with like real research things. We are talking about educational practice, methodologies with teachers, professors, again, not about the technology. And it gives us a lot of insights. I can give you just a snapshot, yeah, what we have right now, but I hope we will start publishing more our research, so that's why I think I can be sharing more and more this and next year. So I have visited, I don't know, like 5 real research conferences last and this year, and I can tell that there are significant signals that the educational landscape really transforms. So first of all, it's amazing to see how governments and the Ministry of Education reacts in some countries very, very fast. So in Singapore, 2 months after ChatGPT 4 was released, Ministry of Education of Singapore already shared the recommendations with universities in Singapore how to use ChatGPT in real practice, in real education. And it was very important because in many countries I've seen that teachers still asking, is it okay or not okay to use AI in education? And when Ministry of Education tells you that, yeah, it's okay, and you can start, we see amazing results. We see large universities, usually very like slow and conservative, implementing technologies even faster than small ones. So right now I see, for example, I will give an example. IU Hochschule in Germany is the largest online university with more than 100,000 students in Germany. And Germany, you know, very conservative country. They're already implementing a lot of things. Arizona State University, etc. And when you visiting tech conferences, right now you see hundreds of startups, hundreds of companies having AI something. So that's signals. If we take a look from a different perspective, okay, so AI happened. And what we see right now in the universities, in like colleges, in other organizations, how AI impacts. And we see that for students, only benefits. Like they start using a lot of like tools, a lot of things, and it's just easy to make homework, assessment, etc., etc. Like new methods of unfair behavior, I would say. For teachers, lecturers, pros and cons. A lot of people are using ChatGPT and other tools to generate lectures, assessments, so it's clear, you definitely understand it. And interesting thing that for management, it's still unclear. So they still, when you talk to, I don't know, rector, CEO of the university, for sure these people hear something about AI. Maybe some people tell something about AI, but usually it's not the problem, it's not an issue. They are not facing with this, with this topic, with these things. And the question right now, what will be the impact on the university at whole, but not on students and teachers only. And we did a side job. So we took all-on-IQ ontology for services and processes, digital processes in the university. I like it because it's quite complete and it allows to check, just to go through all these blocks and to check what is going on right now and what will be going in next future. And right now, that's exactly what we are doing. So we are structuring all the materials, all the findings that we have, we are structuring it with these blocks. We check where, like, a lot of progress happening right now, and what will be, we try to predict what will be happening in blocks where it's not clear how AI will be impact like this process. Like, I don't know, for example, admission process, yeah, and students, clubs in society, and a lot of other things. It's not clear, but it should be something. And for us, it's important to predict it, to include in the roadmap what we are building, how to build a relevant product, relevant not for the present but for the future. And as an examples, I would like to share what we see. Again, it's kind of a snapshot about learning and teaching processes, assessment, tests, and personal and adaptive learning. So in assessment, we see 4 trends. And so we know that in assessment we have to generate assessment, we have to control how it's happening, we have to grade it, and we have to make analysis of it. And in each stage, right now, we have already understanding. We see how many tools already exist and how many tools universities are implementing already. So based on our, I would say, map of technologies and startups, assessment for sure is the area with the major startups implemented AI for these purposes. And as a next step, what the trend because of these AI issues and AI advantages, we see four main points. So first of all, plagiarism is not the same, and I will tell later about it, because it's not clear how to check the assessment on anti-plagiarism, and do we need it or not? Because it's kind of, when we do it, we control that students are not using AI. But is it really okay to prevent students from using AI? Maybe it's a future skill to use AI, and it has to be used in educational process. Also, we see that AI right now can help to automate generation and grading, not only for digital, like quizzes, these classical tests and exams, but in a broader understanding of assessment. So right now, for example, in Singapore, we are going to make prototype of automated assessment for food safety course. So when people have to show the practice skills, real world skills. And we see that right now AI can be used to automate this. The third thing I would like to highlight, I believe that oral assessment will be very, I don't know, so we already have see the demand on it. Because again, the problem, how to understand that student doesn't use AI to answer questions. And oral assessment is the way, when you in real time can like talk to student and you can ask questions, get answers, and the next step here, implementing AI into oral assessments. That's again the outcome that we got from the research to build our roadmap. And in any process right now, we can check how AI can help, and the AI in a broader meaning, not just ChatGPT, but like we have understanding what will be happening in next, at least short future. Here is the example from the VRIRAS conference in November in Singapore, where SIT, Singapore Institute of Technology, presented how they are using AI in assessment. And they significantly reduce time for teacher to create this assessment, implementing these technologies. So first of all, they ask students to upload the essay, it was about essay, to the service, and this service does grading using AI. And that's the first step. And a lot of simple problems already solved on this step. After that, peer review is a great thing as a methodology, from a methodology perspective as well. And it comes that when this essay, when teacher sees this essay in stage 3, it's much easier, it's much less time consuming to make the grade. So SIT will publish the paper with specific outcomes, with specific KPIs that they reached out. It was kind of preliminary results. About anti-plagiarism. Right now, I try to understand it from the technical perspective. I'm talking to vendors who are doing, you know everyone, these vendors, and I see that there are some tools to detect some language models. But right now we can see 10 plus quite advanced language models, and not for all of them these tools exist. And I'm not sure that it's possible to create these tools. So right now I don't have any understanding how to do it. So, and one more thing, even if AI detector has false positive rate 1%, it means we have 1,000 students and 10 of them was kind of rated wrongly. So we tell that they are cheating, but they are not cheating. What we should do with this situation, it's not clear. So that's why I see that all the assessment process itself should be transformed somehow to make it resistant for these AI tools. And that's the question. And that's not a technological question. That's a question to build the methodology, to build new pedagogical practice. Okay, so I switch it, skip it, and that's I mentioned the example of IU Hochschule, a large online university in Germany. They implemented AI tutor, and it shows that, yeah, so what this AI tutor is doing. it just helps students to chat on the course topic. And it turned out that right now students finish course 27% faster. I think it's an amazing result. And I can tell that it's kind of a magic number. So if we see real experiments, real researchers on the impact of AI, not marketing, we always see something about 20, 25, 30%. It's not 5 times. As I mentioned, right now we have 2 different streams. Unfortunately, as I showed on the first statement, the technological stream and educational, pedagogical stream, they're overlapping like not so much. It is the problem that right now all of us have to address. Otherwise, we cannot understand what will be the real impact of using these new technologies. And okay, for higher education we can experiment, we can somehow check what is going on, but for example in schools you cannot bring just new untested technology. And how we understand what the main outcome for us, I would say. So we understand that educational process will be changing. Right now we are operating with the content. And content is quite static. So it's book, digital book, course, even simulator. It's still static and the same for any students. And what AI gives us, that the content generation right now is becoming extremely cheap and extremely fast. It means that we are able, or we will be able, to build the content, the piece of content for specific student, in exact time. And that's the future that really enable us personalized and adaptive learning. So if you look into the topic of adaptive learning, for last 20 years, a lot of companies tried to build it, like Newton is the famous example, and it was close to impossible, because to build 1 hour of adaptive content, you have to spend 100 plus hours to build this content. And right now, finally, using AI, we can implement this adaptive learning approach. It's just how to make it in the right way. And so what we see also as a fundamental change, it's about knowledge management. We recognize this term knowledge model, and we understand by knowledge model some object. You can see this ChatGPT trained on specific topic. And the example how it works, we are working we are building the products for science and research also. And we started enabling AI for scientists and researchers 3 years ago. And what you can see in this research process, research team making the research, 5 years research, and finally they have to publish the paper like 5 pages or maybe 20 pages. So 100 pages it's a bad article, nobody read it. So it means that a lot of things out of scope of this paper. But if I'm another research team and I would like to proceed this research, I have to understand everything. And if we have knowledge model trained on all data that we got through these 5 years, we can ask this knowledge model, okay, give me the brief, give me the article, give me the list of experiments that failed, etc., etc. So it means the content is not static, but the content packed into the knowledge model. And you can unpack this content for specific requests, for specific purposes, even delivering the course from this knowledge model. And trained. So, for example, if you take 100 main books on physics and train knowledge model on it, with for sure some specific check of quality, you can get very flexible course for any student, for school, for students, like for everyone. So that's the concept that we believe. And knowledge model can be like, I can have my knowledge model, and then really like when I answering emails, I understand that it's quite stupid job. It can be done by AI already if it trained on all like emails that I texted for the last, I don't know, several years. It can be knowledge model of group of people, knowledge model of organization, and that's how we can enable this approach. And yeah, so when we connect knowledge models to products, to application layer, so that's how we believe AI truly can be enabled. And I really like the approach that Matt shared, that right now Moodle embedding this AI as a core, and security is very important part of it. And that's exactly what we are doing. Not implementing ChatGPT, integrating ChatGPT to assessment. No, for sure not. It has to be the basic, the fundament, some services with security control, with access control, and only after that we can build some applications on top of it. So yeah, that's the brief overview what we are doing. And again, we are going to publish our research, at least I think quarterly. You can drop me email or message in LinkedIn, and I can just add to our list and to share with you like what we are doing. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Thank you very much, Mr. Dima Istumin. As I'm observing the crowd, I'm sure there are a lot of interested delegates because there are a lot of educators here in this hall. So given the fast-paced developments, we'd like to thank you for that very timely talk. So you guys know the drill. If you have questions, please approach the microphone in front. All right, do we have any questions? I'm sure you're interested. And to promote a more interactive atmosphere and to show Nifiloweb's appreciation for your questions, we will be giving away tokens to all those who will be asking questions. So we would like to thank Medical City for the campus bag and Moodle for the mouse pad. So are there any questions on the floor? You'll be bringing home these tokens. Okay, probably, sir, you've already explained it well. So at this point, to express our gratitude to our speaker, I would like to call on stage Nifiloweb Technologies President and CEO, Ms. Cheryl Villanueva, to present the Certificate of Appreciation. So thank you very much. Also, please extend our gratitude to Constructor for being our gold sponsor in this Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause please for Mr. Dima Istumin. Thank you, sir.